What's good? What's good? Stogden. Not working today, bud? All right, you guys looking good, looking good. So I'm trying to get in touch with Joey right now, free from Fetter's Grove. I was hoping maybe we could do some, chopping it up for you guys. I know a lot of you guys would probably have a lot of shit on your mind not working today. Some of you, the program hasn't changed at all. What I have noticed is that I just left the grocery store. People are starting to take heed to what's being said. I wasn't in the beginning. I was like, let us do what we want. Let us do what we want. And like I said, it started touching close to home. And then this morning I get gratitude from my daughter, saying, she's a healthcare worker too. And she's grateful for a lot of things this morning, and sometimes when they're just grateful for you, it makes you feel special, amazing. That's right. Math is Sadal. Math is dull. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, you guys, so a lot of you program hasn't changed. A lot of you aren't knowing what to do with yourself because you're not going to work. That's the category I find myself into. I mean, I catch a little here and there. What was I going to say? So I've been sitting around here and I live in an apartment. And they shut the gym down, so I can't even go to the gym here. It's like I too am wondering what to do a lot of times. So, and I haven't wanted to flood you guys with, oh, here's what's going on in my daily life. What I have noticed is Harriet and I are nitpicking at each other a little bit more. We seem to argue a little bit more. I get concerned because when she goes out, and she's more on top of it than I am right now. I'll say that because I don't go out that often. So when I do go, I don't remember to take the mask and stuff. I just had the sheriff's pull me over. They didn't pull me over. I was sitting in the parking lot. I don't know if it looked like I was doing something funny or what, but I was trying to make a call to Joey to see if I could do a chopping it up video with him. And ammo was $1 a bullet in Chicago. Yeah, I bet. And they just one came up in front of me, one came up behind me, and they basically asked me where my mask was by doing hand signals. And I said, man, I'm in the car. You know what I mean? I'm going home. So I'm 50% deaf, another thing is you get sick of the same old food, right? So I hate Domino's. They're overpriced. Pizza Hut, it's played out. And the other day I was thinking, man, pizza sounds good, but none of this pizza sounds good. And I don't know if any of you guys are from the Valley, but if you are, you got to check out Baroni's Pizza on Ventura Boulevard, man. You guys know I never come on here and throw up advertisements or anything like that. They have some badass food. Their pizza, so they cut their cheese in square slices, man. The pizza comes in a square. It was really good stuff, man. The sauce, you can tell there's a hint of sugar in it or something. It's got a sweet flavor to it. Like when we used to make it when I was kids, everything's just so manufactured now that I had to ask, hey, do you care if I throw you guys up? And I never do that. You guys know I never do that. Let me see. I have... For those of you that are sitting around the house, I'm saying, and I told him, hey, I got a channel, if my people call you, can they get a percentage off? And he's like, hell yeah, absolutely. And so it is, let's go like this. Damn it. It's Baroni's Pizza on Ventura Boulevard. Anyway, I'm not going to go through this much trouble to get this on there. I just wanted you guys, for those of you to know, Farkas Garvey, thank you so much. You could have bought a at least a couple slices for that. Thank you so much for thinking of me, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, hitting the bed this month really killed me. Someone else really did a big play on it this month. They gave me a big hand. I asked them if I could throw their name up there. They haven't said yes or no yet. So, I like to give gratitude where gratitude is due. They really came through. And Ryan Leone is considering going in house on it with me. So that would be awesome, during these times. That's how it was originally supposed to be. I was just at Foster's Donuts, and it was all tented off, and I was like, the bed's just got an opening right now because I guess dude gave some lip. Sometimes the homeless don't want help, man. Like I guess he gave some lip, and that bed's open as of today. So if you're in the San Fernando Valley area and you want help, feel free to get at me on private messaging or whatever. I got you. Really 100 people and 26 likes. You guys are vicious, man. Help a brother out. The algorithm's got it. I'd like to try and get some play. Anyway, I'm trying to get some chopping it up going with Joey. I'll see if he's around today. I'm taking requests as to what kind of content you guys would like to hear. Send me a kite to P.O. Box 572-875, Tarzana, California, 91357. I see there's still like 50 of you guys that aren't into it. Okay. So can I have the bed? Get on. Where you at, Mike? Get off these nuts. Where you at? Get at me. Hit me up on Gmail, badgersheavyhitters@gmail.com. And, if you're really serious about needing help, man, there's a spot open today. I thought I was going to be able to help someone right now. I went at Foster's, but it turned out it was a female. I seen the bike and all that. Sometimes they come in and they just don't want help, man. They come up with these excuses, and then next thing you know, they're back out on the streets. So, and it's not a good time to be out there right now, until taking JoJo from Arizona, is he still hitting that? That's a crying shame. I hope that's not the case. Like I said, I've been being a little meaner to Harriet than I want to be lately, and this lockdown drives a motherfucker crazy, and I know how to do time on lockdown. I got no problem doing it as long as meals are delivered. So don't forget Baroni's Pizza. That shit was fire. First pizza I've had in a while that I was cool with. Obviously, I'm talking about it on the channel. The only other people I've done on the channel for that was Gold's Gym, who gave me a membership for doing it. Guys, drop me a kite. Let me know what kind of content you would like to hear. I'm not getting out of the house too much, so I'm not able to get out there. I got a phone number full of people. This week, I got a guy. His name is Greg from Bakersfield. He was the first dude to save my ass. He was the first dude to introduce me to recovery. He's going to come down this weekend or sometime this week, and we're going to chop it up. And, dude, if this dude can make it, I'm telling you, his story was so intense. He told me his story about how much child support he owed and how he couldn't get ahead for nothing. He couldn't even get a foot in, and he slept on people's couches and shit, worked every day, 40 hours days, riding his bike to watch, man. His story's crazy, after doing 18 years in a pen. So he came out and he had all this child support he had to pay. It was just crazy, man. And I sat and I listened to him. And this man, he gave me the clicker to his garage to go to his house to take a shower. You'll hear about it in my story. I had simply shared, hey, does anyone care if could anyone let me shower at their pad? And some smoking hot chick comes up. She wasn't that hot, just exaggerating, but in my head at the time, she comes up and she's all, yeah, you could shower at my pad, and I see this cat walk over and talk to this female. About 5 minutes later, that female talks to the other female, and she came up and she's all, my sponsor says I can't let you shower at my house. I'm like, man, So, and then Greg walked up and he goes, hey, are you going to get loaded today? And I was like, no, I don't intend to. And he handed me the clicker to his garage, and he gave me the address. He's, I'll just go in and hit the clicker, and feel free to take a shower. I was like, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't looking for anything other than a shower with or without the female involved. So, you know, that was just so cool, man. Bakersfield into Hazy, 08. So, yeah, I prospered well in Bakersfield. I owned a sober living up there. We used to go to the park and just literally snatch people up, kidnap. Come on, you guys. 66 likes and 122 people. That's half. So, I mean, help a brother out. What are you on about? Better shout out to. Who are you on about? Who was I shouting out? Baroni's Pizza is one. Greg Keys is another one. You know, I got some solid shout outs this morning. Thank you guys. Thank you for the 10 that jumped in there. We need another episode with Jimmy. Okay, so yeah, Jimmy is coming up. There's a wealth of wisdom. Seriously, these kids need to hear. Yes. All right, D Major, I'm gonna do an interview with Jimmy today, as a matter of fact, just because I love Jimmy's message too, man. You know, he's a straight, stone cold Fruit Loop. He told me he was a Martian and he was 334 years old or something, and I think he believes it. You know, he's not slowing down for this. He's not. Yeah, he's. You know, he's starting to enjoy life, man. He's a good grandfather. You know, he's an awesome person, you guys. He's one of the people I choose to call friend, you know. I run with and shoot. Come on, Mike. All right, I canceled that, bud. So, yeah, love Pantera shirt, right. Okay. Of course, UK's got a shout out coming, man, for sure. You know, so let me see. I don't know where that big thing, envelope of Pete letters were. I want to throw a bunch of shout outs out. Sean T. Bud, what's wrong with you, son? You all into them killers, them serial killers, you know. Some of those guys enjoy what they did, you know. Some of us can't say the same, you know. So Canada up in the house, so it's got to be cold up there. You know, one of my first big fans was from Canada. I don't know what happened. She fell off. I guess she fell in love with WW, you know, Worldwide Wrestling. Let's see. For sure, first place I'm going is the Cops Warehouse, man. Get down there. Whoo! I'm relapsing with guns in hand. With the wrench. What's the wrench for there, bud? I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm trying to see the respect Northwest. Okay, better. Left side to book today, please. All right. You got that coming. So they've asked for the left side, guys. Okay, let's just go right there. All right. It's funny because it actually touched in April. Who really gets better? We can also use the steps to improvise our attitudes. Our best thinking got us into trouble. We recognize that the need for change. Basic text, page 55. When new in recovery, most of us had at least one person we just couldn't stand. We thought that person was the rudest, most obnoxious person in the program. We knew there was something we could do, some principle of recovery we could practice to get over the way we felt about this person. But what? We asked our sponsor for guidance. We were probably assured with an amused smile that if we just kept coming back, we'd see that person get better. That made sense to us. We believed that the steps of NA work, the steps of the program work in the lives of everyone. If they could work for us, they could work for this horrible person as well. Time passed, and at some point, we noticed that the person didn't seem as rude or obnoxious or as obnoxious as before. In fact, he or she had become downright tolerable, maybe even likable. We got a pleasant jolt as we realized who had really gotten better. Because we had kept coming back, because we had kept working the steps, our perceptions of this person had changed. The person who'd plagued us had become tolerable, because we've developed some tolerance. He or she has become likable, because we developed the ability to like. So who really gets better? We do. As we practice the program, we gain a whole new outlook on those around us by gaining a new outlook on ourselves. Just for today, as I get better, so will others. Today, I will practice tolerance and try to love those that I meet. You know, step 4 was nothing nice for me, man. I'm gonna keep. I wanted to lie on there. I wanted to cut back some shit. I didn't want to, put half of what they were asking me to do. And they say principles and institutions, so I'm blaming, Santa Clarita Sheriff's Department, Los Angeles Sheriff's Department, Los Angeles Police Department, LA County Sheriffs in general. Like, the list is going on, and I didn't know what was coming next. I did what they said, and all the things that I hated, places that I hated, penal systems, jails, rapists, child molesters, just the list went on and on. And, when I found out what I had to do next, things got really uncomfortable. And I sat through it, man. I sat through it, and I wrote through it. And I'm not I could write a hell of a letter. I could write a bomb smut letter. You know what I mean? That's hell. I used to write them to myself. I've learned some tolerance, man. What I have no tolerance for is people that bang with other people on here, because all of us are just seeking some kind of help, some kind of a acknowledgement as to why we're here on this planet, right? So I've been an asshole my whole life. I know that. I work on that on a daily basis. Am I still an asshole? Probably. Some people would say I am. Some people would say I haven't. I'm not. I try to be as helpful as I can, and I try and stay out of here, because as soon as I get into here, I start running into problems. It made me think, back when I started doing this, the homeless just get comfortable out there, man. They find their little route, where they're going to get their money for the day, who's going to feed them. This shelter right here, I won't get wet. They find their little route, and they get comfortable. And, oh, I see. That's what you meant. As a moderator. All right. We'll talk, bud. We'll talk. Because obviously I like some of the trolls come. Oh, shit. This is the only channel here. Respect, my bro. Respect. I appreciate that. So, and I got comfortable. I got comfortable in being an asshole. I got comfortable in taking, you know what I mean? Because don't think that I didn't come out and think that the world owed me. I absolutely did, and it didn't get me very far. It got me to where people didn't want me around. They'd act cool with me and shit, but I know they were saying, that song, yeah, she's acting a little funny. Yeah, they all acting a little funny. So that's sort of how my life was going, man. It smiled on my face, but they sure didn't want me sleeping on their couch that night, and things had to change, man. Things fucking had to change. And it wasn't easy, but it's like this. I couldn't just drop and give you 50 push-ups. You know what I mean? When you first get to the county jail, you can't just drop and do 50 push-ups. You know what I mean? You start on your knees if you have to. Do you do 5? 10 sets of 5. There's your 50. Bam. You know what I mean? 2 days later, again, there's your 50, and it sort of starts to build up. Now you do 5 on your feet. It's the same thing with recovery. It's the same thing with trying to treat somebody a little better. it's not just going to happen. You got to make it happen. You know, we spend a lot of time up here. I do. I spend a lot of time up there. And if I spend too much time up there, I start looking at people and I start taking their inventory. I'm like, man, but now I just look at them and I use them as a tool. Okay. I think to myself, you know, that dude's pretty humble. He's, you know, I like his little flow, or that dude's loud, obnoxious, using foul language in every, you know, other word. And I go, man, I don't want to look like that to society. You know, I was telling Harriet the story about how I got the job up in Bakersfield. I became a driller up there, man. And how I'm going to give a little bit away. I'm going to give a little bit of my story away. So I was working. I wasn't working. I was in Bakersfield living in an Astro van that my old Sally's mom had gave me. And I love you, Eric Ray. And his mom she didn't know me. She was sending me packages, you know, books and all that shit. So I come out, she gives me a van. I'm living in the van in Bakersfield. And I go down and I'm looking for work. This dude, Greg, lets me shower at his house. Anyway, that leads to whatever it leads to. I'm not going to expose too much. And he throws a hint to me where I should go drop an application. So I do. Now, there's two guys in front of me. They're all healthy. And I'm healthy at the time, too, mind you. So they both have experience, right? And he tells them they're naming off all their experience and shit. And he goes, well, yeah, we're pretty busy. We're pretty full right now. We don't need anybody right now. So I'm finished filling out the application, but I tried to keep a cheerful smile, you know, inside. And turn the application in, and I go, yeah, I know, I heard you're not looking for anybody. And he's looking at my thing, and he goes, 9 years of IDL. He goes, well, what's that? And I go, inmate day labor. He gets a little chuckle. He's like, right? And he reads on further, and you know how it says, do you have anything to say about yourself? And I wrote down, I have common sense. He goes, hey, man, it says right here that you have common sense. You go, yeah. He goes, 9 years IDL, and it don't add up. And I go, man, I learned it along the way. I can assure you that, you know. And it was great, man. He told me, be here tomorrow morning, you know. So I didn't ask how much I was making. I knew that it was more than, you know, 95 cents an hour from when I was working at IDL. I showed up. I was working. Like 3 days in, this bathroom hadn't been cleaned since the 70s, man. And it's a driller's bathroom. There's grease floor to ceiling, you know. The piss-stained yellow toilets, they weren't porcelain white at all. They were totally yellow. You wouldn't want to sit on that toilet if you had to. Anyways, so the following morning, I showed up at like 5:30 in the morning. And I got in there and I got jiggy with it. I was grinding everything. I grinded the toilets down to porcelain. You know, just, man, I did the whole bathroom. Okay. I painted it. I did the floors. I buffed them out. I had, you know, like I had 3 hours before the boss had gotten there, and I was in there. So it was break time, right? And everyone's standing around bullshit, and I'm out there picking up cigarette butts because I don't need in all their conversations, man. All they're talking about is taking off at lunch and getting a beer. And, you know, I didn't want to do any of that shit. I was picking up cigarette butts at the time, and the boss walks out there. He's an alcoholic, full blown, big old red nose with a throbbing vein in it, you know. He's, oh, you fucking hands, get your ass over here. Everybody's running, and, you know, there's a couple of dudes behind me, so I'm not quite running, but I got a little shuffle going. And we get over there, and there's like 9 of us or so. And he's like, who the fuck did that to my goddamn bathroom? I'm like, fucking figures, man. Great. And I go, yeah, that'd be me, bud. He's like, get your fucking ass in my office. So I'm like, great, here we go. I found out how much we were getting paid, so I didn't want to lose the job. You know, I mean, this is getting paid just on the yard. And I'm going to apologize, you know what I mean? And I go, just shut up. Don't say nothing. He's one of those dudes you don't want to say nothing. Let him talk first, you know? He goes, why the fuck did you do that to the goddamn bathroom? I go, well, I wanted to show my gratitude of, you know, you guys bringing me on. And plus I use the restroom, so I don't mind a clean restroom, you know what I mean? Sort of hinting to him like, fuck, I'm sorry that you're mad it's clean. And he goes, where do you want to work? Now, mind you, everybody's telling all these great places to work, and they're talking about Thumbs Island and Island White. You know, basically they're talking offshore. So I don't know anything about it. I go, yeah, I want to work offshore, Thumbs Island or Island White or something. And he's like, all right, this is what I want you to do. Mind you, this was a Tuesday, man. He told me to come in every morning, sign in, sign out for lunch, sign back in, and then sign out for the end of the day every day. And then Monday, I was to report to Island White at whatever time, right? And I'm like, so wait a minute, I'm supposed to come in. Yeah, that's right. He goes, yeah, come in here. You don't have to work. Sign in and get out of here. I got a week's pay for doing that to the bathroom. I got the duty that I wanted. You know what I mean? Like, he seen that I wasn't out there bullshitting with these guys, so I was up right away. Because if you last 4 or 5 months out there, you're a driller. You know what I mean? It's not an easy job. It's a man's job, you know? And you're putting in work. We weren't throwing chain, but, you know, slinging tongs is no joke, let me tell you. And everybody's tougher than the next guy. I mean, fucking they get a finger chopped off. They're like, fucking glue it on, fucking get back to work. You know, it's sort of like that, you know. I'm not that guy. I fucking chop a finger off, I'm out of there. You know what I mean? I'm taking the day off anyway. You know, there's a lot of people out there. I've been in the oil field 5 years, you know. Oh my God. Okay. What about 10? You know? So I wasn't trying to be the toughest guy either. I just wanted to get my day's wage in and, you know, make my decent money and go home. It was sad when that came to an end for me, you know. One way we were driving home, you know, you work 96-hour weeks and then you go home for, you know, 5 days or whatever. And it's 5 on, 7 on, 7 on, 5 off, 7 on, 9 off. Man, it's hard to go back to work after 9 long days of being off, let me tell you. So anyway, we were coming home from way up north, man, way up north. And we fell asleep, or the driver fell asleep. I fell asleep as well. And next thing you know, we're the side of a diesel was like flapping the front of our truck around. And when it dropped us, we just, you know, fucking went off and got fucked up. Anyway, this was right after 4 comrades were working, and they took out a school bus, man, you know, from being up too long. So it's the second most dangerous job in America, but I mean, it's dangerous for other people as well, because we're driving, you know, after not sleeping, man. It's crazy. Yeah. Good times though. Good times. You didn't have to talk to anybody. You just work. I did well with that company, you know. It sucked I had to get hurt. Anyway, that's a little taste of, you know, what happened with me in Bakersfield, huh? Boss rolled up in his truck, said, foul. Let's flip that on truck. That's right. That's what I'm talking about, TikTok. You know what I mean? It's good shit. So it goes to show, man, if you guys aren't the ones sitting around bullshitting and the boss sees you over there gossiping and yada yada like the other girls. The one thing I hated to do out there for sure was paint. Man, I fucking hate painting. You know, it's so monotonous, and you know, it's not something I enjoy, and I never had to paint. You know what I mean? They would let me break pallets or burn pallets or whatever before I had to do any kind of painting, because I told them I hated it. There was also, they had been doing something up there the same way for 50 years probably, and which left a big hole in here in the floor that like a size 13 boot could fit in easily, and you break your leg or whatever. And I was watching the welder do it, and I told him, hey bro, what if you did this? Then you could turn this handle like this, and the idea that I came up with made it to where they could put the same material in something that big that a foot couldn't fit in, so you couldn't break your leg. So the welder didn't take credit for it. He gave me credit for it, believe it or not. He's all, hey, Gene, come here. I want to show you something. And Gene was the guy who gave me the job, but he was always grumpy. He was just like me, always grumpy. And he's all, hey, that's a genius. You know what I mean? That's great. He goes, and then he told him that I'm the one who came up with the idea. And he goes, man, when it's been working the same way for 50 years, you know, like it just the whole script flipped. But they ended up doing it, changing it on all their rigs, you know, and because that way nobody could get hurt. Many people had gotten hurt from stepping into that part. Did you ever do? Yeah, I hate roofing, man. I fucking hate roofing. Yeah, I can't really. Garbage bag right in front of my boss, and guys are sitting around waiting for work. It's good to get paid $40 an hour doing $5. Anyway, that's right, TikTok. That's what I'm hollering about, my boy. Hey, what's up, Sandman? Good to see you. I know that they've been sort of brutal on the hitting the like button, Doug. You guys also $5 an hour job and get paid voting. So anyway, guys. There's no moral to my story. You know what I mean? Like in the end, everything we did is just everything we've done. Now we can either make it easier on ourselves. We can make it easier on those around us. You know, so I'm going to run this by you guys. So I've seen some videos, you know, where they were coming out with 5G and it did start in China. And when they hit the 5G, gotta have a beautiful ex. I'm not gonna say it. I have a beautiful girlfriend. You know. Anyway, they hit the 5G, and all these birds just dropped. Thousands of birds from the sky just dropped. They ate it. You know. It's been suggested that might be what this is. You know, the radiation affecting, you know, those with compromised immune systems. Just food for thought. You know what I mean? Like. Because this shit has me J-catted up too. I went to the store and every single person at the store now has a mask on, man. Like I guess it's a law you have to wear it in California now. I'm guessing. I've heard it being said that. Don't you smash that like button? That's right. You know, like I don't know if it's the law or not, but it appears people are taking it fucking more serious. So appreciate you, Cameron. Listen. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, right? So if they're wearing this mask and there is this shit and it's helping prevent somebody else from getting it or whatever, they're being respectful to the next person by wearing the mask, you know? Sorry, you guys, I'm starving, man. I went to the store just to get this shit. Now I'm going to eat in front of you guys. That's so fucked up of me. Baroni's pizza and rice pudding. Sorry, I just want a bite. Anyway, you know, stay ready, you don't got to get ready. It's the same old thing. So if there is this virus that's going around and this prevents somebody from getting it, great. If there's not, well, guess what? There's no harm, no foul. You just figured out that you need to use your toothbrush a little more times in a day, right? Right. So I'm sure that's my girl, and just call me your ex. I didn't call you my ex. I went to. See, because I've been being an asshole, so, you know, we're on that page right now. I'm trying to fix it, but it takes two to fix things, man. And that's what you get for being shacked up with somebody 24/7. It's crazy. So, for those of you that don't know, I went the other night to go to the store. I don't know if I told you, but my bumper fucking fell off, man. The whole bumper just fell off. Crazy. Anyway, I got all that shit to do today. Hang on. Sorry, guys. So I got to go do that. I got to go get the bumper put on the car. I got, you know, a few things to do. The only time 5G ever killed anyone was when they sniffed it all in. Here, I thought you were trying to be serious, man. All right. Be careful. Yeah, I'm trying to be careful. I'm not trying to not to piss Hillary Clinton off. You know what I mean? And you piss that broad off, you come up dead. I've noticed that. That's for sure. Skin box. I mean, okay, you know more than me, you know what I mean? That's right. Appreciate you. Now the bumper's right over here. You see? I had to bring it up into the house. I didn't want somebody stealing it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I live in that type of neighborhood. So the bumper's still here. It's just Badger got his bumper bumped. So, yeah, funny stuff. Anyway, guys, I just needed to laugh today, and you guys are my form of, I appreciate you. Let's just say that. Badger's new bumper fun. Anyway, Harriet throws a shout out to everybody. Yeah. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to go try and get this bumper taken care of. I'm going to try and do a video with Jimmy today. Am I supposed to be dropping more content or less? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you guys are needing. Bumpers in the living room for sure. Like I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be with all this, I don't want to bore you to death. I'm just one man who's living fucking a life for many, I'll tell you that. I'm starting my story today, like we're doing it like I told you, like the Devil's Rejects, where you get this part, and then I'm going to flash back to here, and then bam, and bam, and then bam. I think I announced that I was going to be dropping my down my tier. I'm not. My stories, no. That's a no. I'll drop everybody else's story down. My story, I don't want to be judged by anyone. And you guys know that I've gone on there. There's certain shit on there that, some people look at and go, fuck, I've had my own friends doing it when they watch the video. They're like, whoa, So maybe they got a soft stomach. I don't know. But I'm not the things that I had done, and either are you. Keep that in mind. The only person we have to worry about forgiving ourselves is ourselves. If we can forgive ourselves, then we can make things better. Those around us will either accept us or they won't. Fuck them. It's just that simple. I wasn't put here to please them. I try to please myself by being the best person that I can be. It doesn't always come through that way. Just like you guys, I'm sure it doesn't always come through that way. But if you're giving it a try and you can consistently stay trying, well, I mean, you're not a failure. You're not a fuck up. You're still trying, man. And for that, you always have to give yourself an A for effort, because some days you just don't want to fucking try. That's my story. Some days I just don't feel like trying. Some days I just don't feel like your forgiveness or your acceptance or anything. And some days that's all I want. You know what I mean? I don't want to fucking go, man, that dude was a piece of shit. The things that we do inside to be called a good dude. Are you fucking serious? I thought about that so many times when I was busted, man. I did all this shit to be called a good dude. You're fucking kidding me, right? Anyway, sorry. I get J-catted up about that sometimes, like fucking, oh yeah, he's a good dude. Why? What did he do that makes him a good dude? You know what I mean? Oh, because he's fucking willing to pick up a knife and putting it in someone? Come on, man. Not to say that that's not necessary at times. Sometimes it is, especially there. It's the lay of the land. You know what I mean? Violent shit. It's violent people for violent shit. It has to happen, You know how you avoid that? You don't go to fucking prison. Real simple. Why do you think all these guys are coming on here telling you how fucked up prison is? So that you don't have to go there. Okay? It's not the place to be. The food sucks. The entertainment sucks. That boy pussy, I'll skip. You know what I mean? Like fucking, I'm not doing any of that shit. So stay the fuck out here. Enjoy your life. Have some kids. Fucking raise them right. And, try and be as happy as you can. Make sure you do something in that fucking each and every day to make yourself happy as well. Of course you have to please your family. Your wife, your old lady, your kids, you have to take care of them. But please yourself as well. Hopefully your girl's doing that for you. Anyway, I can't believe I'm treating her like this when all those times I sat inside and I would have done anything to have an old lady, would have done anything to be cuddling with somebody, and then I come out here and forget that, man. And then I come on this fucking channel and I talk about it, and I remember that, and then I feel like shit, and then I have to go apologize, and I hate that more than anything. And she doesn't always want to accept my apology. Can I blame her? No. So that's where I'm at. I'm not supposed to be putting my business on YouTube right now, but that's where I'm at. That's what I use you guys for too. You know what I mean? You guys help me realize certain shit. So as I discuss it, I talk about it, it comes up. I guess that's why they say therapy works. You're my therapy, man. You're my therapist. And I thank you all for that. Salute. You know, with that said, guys, I'm going to go see if I get this bumper fixed. You know, oh boy, hit my bumper fell off. So anyway, you guys, I appreciate you. All right. And I appreciate you guys touching bases with each other over here in the comments, man. I like when you guys hook up and then you got someone to talk to when we done talking. Damn it. You know what I mean? Thank you for coming. That's right. He is and I am and all that. I appreciate that, my boy. You know, not everyone's good with that, you know. So I don't know why. So you guys, when you use certain words, I guess it just automatically doesn't allow it in there. I got nothing but love and respect for the entire tribe, man. You know, if you're here, you're obviously trying to better yourself, you know, and if you can use our mistakes to better yourself, I'm fucking down with that. That means you're smarter than I was, you know. I'm watching Botched right now. I love this show. You know, I just hate when they fucking give up body fluids. You know, he's all stabbing a thing and they're sucking fat out of him. Fucking nuts. Anyway, Tennessee. Yeah, man. My mom lives back there. I got to go see her again. I love and miss my mom. I got that kind of relationship with her today too, you know, for a long time. You know, I was still good for a package, but she was pretty much disgusted with me, you know, fucking over me. And it was very trying last year when I went back there. You know, it was very trying. It was fucking very healing. It was good, man. You know, I still don't talk to my brother like any kind of on the side hollering at each other or nothing. I sent him a pair of Vans from California, but you know, he still looks at me a certain way. So I say, man, you do certain things, people judge you for life, you know. So with that said, that's why, who am I to judge anybody, man? You know what I mean? I had to ask myself that so many times when I get into judgment, taking someone else's inventory, and I'll be like, oh yeah, you know what they could call you? And it's true. So there. Yeah. Don't go get me in the mirror, boy. You know what I mean? I'll get stuck chewing my ass out, you know? Anyway, guys, how did they do it? Fun, really? So I appreciate you. I'll holler at you soon. I'm going to try and get at Joey. I'm going to Jimmy, Greg. Yeah, cool. See, you guys reminded me of all the shit I had to do just by coming on here, man. Those that have donated, thank you so much, man. I can't tell you what that means right now, you know. I'll tell you this month, they're being grateful that they got the bed paid. They're going to have to get their own damn haircut this month. You know what I mean? The next one that comes in got to get his own haircut. So, or let me cut it. You know what I mean? I'll come in with a set of shears. So you're ready for a job now. Anyway, guys, peace, deuces, all that. Some people want it to happen. Some people need it to happen. Heavy hitters make it happen. Nothing but love and respect. Shout out to the entire tribe. Deuces. Let's go ahead and end the stream. End the stream. Let's go ahead and end the stream. End the stream.